welcome to Mulatto 5. Today's video is just a couple of secrets and tips that I've found for maintaining a large family when it comes to like scheduling quiet time, tasks, getting the children to stop fighting, all of that kind of stuff. So just bear with me as I get through this. Remember, it's real time, so if the children come in, I do apologize, but that's my life and I love it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're also on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Okay, so a few tips that I've found when it comes to having a large family. As you know, we have 4 boys, eldest is 6, youngest is 2. We've also got another one on the way due in December, so another boy, so 5 boys. A few things I have found that have really helped me out are things such as charts. Doing charts for everything. So I do charts for chores. The boys like to help out. I make charts for meal time, laundry, bath time, hair washing. It just helps out across the board. It prevents arguments. Everyone knows what they have to do. They know their routine. And yeah, it just it makes everything smooth and causes less stress, less chaos, everything. So even when we're going in the car, the 2 middle children, Judah and Zion, because we've got the 2 children's seats in the front, or the middle part, and then we've got the 2 bigger ones in the back. Egbert's pretty much out of his seat. Well, he's about to be out of his seat because he's tall enough and he's old enough. He's turning 7, so he's at that age. But Zion and Judah are always fighting over who's sitting behind me. So what we do is on the way to the shops is Zion, for example, will sit today in the front, well, behind me, and then on the way back, they'll swap and Judah will be there. Just little things like that keep the chaos down to a minimum. Also, sorry, my voice is a bit funny today. Also, I go with their colours. So Zion's favourite colour is red, then you've got green for Egbert. Judah's is yellow, and Zakai, well, he seems to go to blue. I use colours for drawers, for clothing, for drink bottles, cutlery, plates, cups. I'm about to introduce even the washing baskets and stuff like that for their own little washing, just so that way they can feel like they're helping out a bit more. Even with the chore chart, like our chore chart, which is also to do with charts, we encourage our children to help us with chores, and for that they get rewarded with pocket money, like 50 cents, $1, depending on the task. So that way they know that if they want something like a toy or something, they're building up to it and saving for it and working for it. You know, nothing comes free in this world. So what I do is, we've got like a Monday through Friday. I should have brought the chart with me, sorry, but it's just on the wall. Monday through Friday kind of chart list, and also on the weekends as well. And we've got dishes, gardening, I think it is, laundry, and vacuuming. Just the 4 basic ones for now. They also do other things, but they're the 4 main basic kind of chores. They get allocated, and we've got these little dots, which have got the colours like that they like. Put the dot next to the day, the picture of what the chore is, and what they do is they follow it in that way. So they know, okay, well, I like green, so there's dishes there, so I'm on dishes today. Yeah, I find that helped a lot. You know, the colours and all of that kind of stuff. Also, one thing I've found is when it comes to laundry, don't like get too upset about it. It overwhelms me at times, it really does, because of the 4 children plus me plus my husband. And you know, you might have a child that has an accident through the night, which is a whole heap of bed linen and you can't, you know, they're kids, you know. One thing I did find is I used to do the whole, sorry, I used to do the whole separating the whites from the colours to, you know, all of that kind of stuff. Now I just kind of grab it and put it all in. Like I separate things like pants, skirts, towels, blankets, all of that kind of stuff. So I'll do all the shirts together. All the jumpers will go in as well. Then I'll do all the jeans together, all the towels. It just eliminates the whole chaos behind everything. And plus, we don't really have that much like white towels and stuff anyway. The kids, you know how kids are. What else? I found that with 4 children, sometimes it can get a bit overwhelming. Not necessarily for me, but for them. So you might have 3 over here playing with, I don't know, cars, for example. And usually it's the youngest one that wants to join in, but they're not allowing him to join in because they say he's too young or whatever. Because he'll come along with like a little rattle, or he'll come along with a block or something and pretend like it's a car. But at least he's using imagination, you know. But that doesn't work for them, apparently. So what I have been doing is when I see that 2 of them have been playing a lot together, I'll pair them up with the other 2 that they haven't been playing with, and I'll set up some blocks or some drawing, cars, trucks, Batman, Superman, whatever you can think of. That way it's their kind of, I guess like a buddy system kind of thing. It helps out a lot. It also builds up that bond and relationship when they wouldn't usually be playing with each other as much. So I feel that also helps. We also, my husband and I take it in turns. Well, actually my husband takes in turns, like he'll go to the shops, the grocery store or something like on a Sunday. And he'll take it in turns when he's not working, or if I'm not feeling well or whatever. He'll take one child with him, just one. And that child will go with him and they'll help him with the groceries and stuff. They take it in turns. They'll get a little treat, like he'll buy them a toy or he'll buy them like a chocolate or a drink or something. And then it's the next one's turn. So little one-on-one times like that work really well. When the older 2 are at school, I have the younger 2, but Zakai, the youngest, he still likes to nap. And so does Judah. He's a bit of a koala bear. But I'll see the opportunity when I see one's tired, I'll quickly put them down for like half an hour nap and spend that one-on-one time with the other child. Like, did you want to read a book? Would you like to sing a song? What would you like to do? So they all get that one-on-one time, because time is very important for them and us as well. I schedule quiet time. Always schedule quiet time. In our house, when all 4 are home, it can get loud. Especially if it's raining outside like today. It can get loud. Right now they're having a bit of a quiet time. They're watching, I think it's Blaze or something like that. So the 3 of them are watching on the couch and Zakai's fallen asleep a little bit. But they'll have that quiet time for like about an hour, I would say. But we won't watch TV the whole time. We'll stop, we'll read books. Just little things like that. Might sing some little songs or something, but it has to be quiet, you know. What else do I do? My best friend, I love slow cookers. I need to get back into the routine of it. But slow cookers. Put it in the morning, stays warm all day, cooks for you, everything. Go out, do what you got to do, come back and you're like, dinner's ready. It's like having your own chef. Also, I like to plan ahead with meals. Like, I don't have any particular day, but I'm looking into doing it now, where in the middle of the week I'll start to plan for the rest of the week. What, the 7-day period. I just find that as much planning as you do, you always have to allow for the unexpected as well. But it helps create more of a calming effect in the house as well. Because if I'm not stressed, no one else is stressed. If I'm stressed, I rub off on everyone. You can come in. It's fine. Zion's here having a little sticky beak. It's coming back on. There's more coming. Cleaning up. You help lots of cleaning up, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you like to help me. I used to be really, really full on with cleaning up. I used to want everything nice and clean and perfect and everything. But nowadays, I'll clean up like after breakfast, after lunch and stuff like that, mealtime, but that's basic. What I'll try and do is, once the children have had their breakfast, husband's off to work, I'll try and kind of do the cleaning then. So that way, like, the washing machine's going, the dishes are done, the floors are being swept, mopped, vacuumed, bathrooms are clean, and then I've got the entire rest of the day. And then after bath time, we'll just quickly wipe it up again. Yes, son?
I'm really on now.
Alright, you can go and watch your show if you want. It's coming back on. Go on. But besides that, you can come in here, but Mummy's just doing this video, okay? But I try not to clean all day, because as important as it is to have a clean home, which I'm all about, you can ask my husband that, I drive him in. The children having a childhood, to me, is more important. So, I mean, I don't want them just to remember, oh, Mum used to have a really clean house, that's it. I want them to remember, okay, yeah, our house is clean and we help do the chores and stuff as well. But I remember that time we went to the park. I remember that time we went with our friends to the zoo. When Mummy and Daddy took us here, there, everywhere, to the snowy mountains. Just, I don't know. People get a bit wound up with that kind of stuff. Expectations, at the end of the day, your children are well looked after, your family's happy, your household's in order. You know, it's not going to really do anything. I've also think that investing in storage containers and stuff, like, I don't know if you can see up there, we've got a couple of boxes and stuff like that. In this cupboard behind me, I've got a huge bucket, but it's full of baby toys. As they get older, I remove the toys with the old stuff and put in new toys. But the storage is always best. So the buckets and stuff like that for the textures, the crayons, paints, everything, you know. Winter clothes, summer clothes, all of that kind of stuff. That way, it also allows them the chance to kind of take on that responsibility of their own stuff as well. So what I'll do is, for example, when birthdays are coming up, the children are going to get bombarded with gifts. They always do. By us and their friends, family, all of that. So what we'll do is, they'll pick like the top 5 kind of toys that they like and that they play with, and they'll keep that, and then there's like 5 or 10 that they don't play with, they'll put it into their box, and they'll get half of the new toys now, and then when they want to swap it out, so that way it's always like kind of introducing new toys to them without spending an arm and a leg. What else is there? I'm just trying to think. What do we do? It's hard. Like, I mean, in my head I've got it all sorted out, but it's hard to kind of just blurt it all out there, if you know what I mean. Oh, one thing I also do is with the children's laundry, with their drawers, like I'll have a picture of the child, so for Zion, Judah, Egbert, and Zakai. Well, Zakai not so much, I kind of still do it for him. I'll get a picture of them, and it'll be like a little cartoon drawing of like well, we hang our shirts up, but like underwear or pajamas, for example, and it'll be that. So I draw, and this is what goes in my drawer, you know. Also, there's other things such as Just trying to think. To prevent the bickering and stuff, you know, just pairing them up. Getting them to, whatever they're fighting over, instead of just taking it off them, get down to their level. Like, stoop down to their level, go down. I'm not talking about, like, get down to their level in a sarcastic way. I'm saying literally get off your feet, bob down to their level, look them in the eyes, and say, okay, why are we fighting over these cars? You know, my favourite way to solve the problem is just to assign them a job, which they have to complete together. And it usually involves something around that toy. So, for example, if it's something to do with the car that they're playing with, I'll be like, okay, let's go out into Mummy's car and get all of the... I keep my car pretty clean. Let's go out into Mummy's car and pick up all, like, vacuum it together, or let's dry the dishes together, or let's wash the car together. You know, just little things like that where it's like the two of them are doing something that we're fighting and now turned it into a task. So that way they realize, okay, well, maybe if we don't fight and we do this as a team, we can still have fun, you know? It gives them a real, kind of like an incentive to sort out their differences as well. They're still young, so they're still trying to grasp onto that kind of thing. The last thing I would probably suggest, like I said, when you are assigning chores to your children, get down to their level. So, especially in a large family, you're going to be yelling and screaming no matter what. It's not necessarily yelling and screaming like, oh my gosh, that house yells all the time. It's yelling and screaming like you got two children over here that are playing happily. You got a child over here that's singing. You've got mum and dad that are laughing at a joke, and you've got another child that's crying because they've dropped something. It gets noisy. All I would say is teaching your children to be self-sufficient is not only good for them, but it's also good for us. Teaching them responsibilities lets them know they're a part of the family. They're not just the children that get what they want or get yelled at, this, that, and the other. No, they're actually contributing towards the family as well. They're a big impact on the family. They have a voice, they have an opinion. That's not always the best opinion, but they do have a voice, they do have an opinion. And you want your children, like, I've got 4 sons, another one on the way. I want them to grow up to be men that are going to be, you know, honest, reliable, good with their wives, good with their children. You want outstanding citizens as well. Because once they reach a certain age, they kind of get to society's problem kind of thing. Like, they become a part of society as well, you know? Like, you got to instill the values, morals, and responsibilities and all of that kind of stuff whilst they're young, I feel. You know, we even do little things like we've put our plates and our stuff like that in the cupboards that are low. So that way they can reach it. I don't know, when I'm planning dinner meals, I'll say, what would you like for dinner? And you know, you would usually help me out with that, wouldn't you? You'd give me an idea. They all do. You'd be like, I want a burger, I want lasagna, I want Daddy's pancakes, or I want salad. Yeah. But, you know, we'll just take a vote and we'll be like, okay, we won't do that today, but we'll do that tomorrow. Just, I guess pretty much at the end of the day, look, you know, just do whatever you can to minimise the chaos in your house. Whatever works for you, works for you. It doesn't work for every single household.
Yeah.
But this is what works for us. You know, our children are happy. We always get comments when we're out at the store of how well behaved they are, how beautiful and well mannered they are. Just, that's because that's all we've told them to do. You know, you don't be cheeky and spoiled and stores and stuff. But anyway, that's enough of me for today. plenty more how-tos, and what we found works for us. It's just a little insight, a little tiny insight as to what we found works. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll do another fun video tomorrow, shall we? Yes. And then we've got a big birthday on the weekend. We've got 2 boys having their birthday with their parties.
Where my water pen?
It's okay.
Where my water pen?
We've got them. Okay, so can you say goodbye? Bye. Good boy. Alright, don't forget to like and subscribe, and please leave your comments, opinions, what works for you. Even if you could let us know if there's something we're missing, like what works for you in a large family, and drop any insight and stuff that might be of assistance constructively. Alright, thanks so much for watching. Bye!